All right, man, you already know, man. Welcome to the Galaxy. I'm your host here on the Galaxy, just helping y'all. I'm your tour guide, just helping y'all get along the Galaxy and see all the amazing things here in the Galaxy. So this video is about, of course, the one and only phenomenal show. Honestly, it's literally everybody give a round of applause because Billions is so great, man. Give it a round of applause, man. But listen, man, today's video in the Galaxy. First of all, we got to introduce myself. Here in the Galaxy, I'm just your tour guide showing you different things in the Galaxy. So, one minute you may see this, another minute you may see that. Another minute you may see this, another minute you may see that. So basically, if you want to join my tour and to get a great tour around the Galaxy, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like the video. If you really did like it, also leave a comment and tell me just the most randomest thing, or tell me your favorite thing about season 6 of Billions, or what is your favorite season out of the 6 seasons out of me recording this video. Because I don't know if I record this video and season 7 drop, or season 8, season 50, I don't know. But so this is a recap and review on Billions season 6. It was amazing, super great. I will say, just to start off, one of my favorite things about this season was towards the end, just to see something that said Axe on it. I felt like was like, wow, I haven't seen anything that said Axe, or just it was just crazy. Like, I just like when he go to the trucks, and he went to the trucks things and seen that. I was like, wow, it's literally crazy. It was like, wow, look at that Axe Bank. Man, back to season 4, good times. But I will say that or season 5, I don't know, I forget. I think it was season 4 though, I think. But Billion season 6. So of course, if you not in the spoilers, obviously I'm just warning you, spoilers. I don't know. When I watch other YouTube videos, they usually say, you have to give an announcement for spoilers. So I'm just gonna give y'all an announcement for spoilers right now. So I'm gonna count down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are here. All right. So listen, let's start off in the beginning of the season, which is so hard because I don't know how this season started, because I'm actually recording this off my phone and I need my phone to figure out some stuff. But I will say that I forget how the season. I think the season started with just them trying to get funding for something. The Olympic Games. I think that's how the season started. It started off with the Olympic Games. So goes, he ended up, starting the Olympic Games, bringing the Olympics to New York City, right? He doing all this stuff, and Chuck has to stop him. Not really have to, like he's saving the day, but he chooses to, right? Just the little vendetta that he has. But I will say, I thought bringing the games to New York seemed cool, and I like how he was trying to bring his wife, I'm assuming, or the girl that he liked or whatever. He was trying to bring her on to, like, hey, I'm gonna bring the games here so you could do this. So I guess they wouldn't be separated, because I guess right now they are separated. So I thought that was cool. I also like a good callback. I think this season, his daughters, it was like the backlash or whatever from when he played his daughter when he was playing when he was working with Chuck to get rid of Axe. So I thought that was definitely cool on how they was like still not cool with that, and they wasn't a big fan of that. So I thought that was pretty cool. I will say, I also thought it was so shady that the mayor, I think the mayor of the city, literally worked. Well, no, he was saying all this good stuff to Prince, and then he gonna end up saying all this stuff to Prince, and then going to Chuck like, yeah, we're gonna cancel that. And then the fact that he was talking about. He was talking to Prince. I mean, he was talking to Chuck like, yeah, we got him, and we not gonna let the New York Games come here. This dude Prince says, if they come here, you can have the stadium or something like that. And I was just like, wow, like, this dude is so wishy-washy, which is a good thing of what happens later in the season when, of course, well, okay, we're going to lead up to it. So, Prince gets everything in motion for the Olympic Games. He's trying to get the Olympic Games to come to New York. Everything kind of mostly comes into place. He buys the land, he gets the transportation. He's pretty much selling it and buying whatever he needs to do. The other thing he did have to do was get Wags, and I just can't think of the other, like, Prince's Wags. I don't know, but he had to get them to work with the committee of people who choose where the Olympic Games will be held at. So they end up, taking them out to a club or something like that. It's so unique that I think it's unique. A little weird for me on a personal level. Like, I'm just like, okay, so I don't know. I feel like Wax is like a character that I would say he's probably in his like 40s, right? And I would say more maybe past 45. Now, I mean, listen, I could be wrong. I don't really know how old Wax is supposed to be. Like, who knows? Maybe in the show he's like 30 years old. I don't know, but I'm assuming it's like 40 past 45. Basically, you reaching 50. Now, you reaching 50 trying to have kids, and again, he's trying to have kids just because he felt like the kids that he had are failures. Are we just not gonna talk about that? It ain't like he's genuinely like, oh, I found the love of my life, and one thing led to another, and we just had a baby. It's literally like, okay, I'm gonna start a new baby that will be better than the rest, or something. And I'm like, bro, what? That's so weird. Then the kid grow up. So how'd your parents make you? Oh, my dad just wanted to make somebody to, I guess, maybe give all his money to or something. Nah, I don't know. But anyway, yeah. But Wax sneaks out. He's trying to start a baby, make a baby with the girl that he got from the other dude from the last season, which I thought was a weird shocker. But that was very unique, very unique. That's all I would say on that. But anyway, they end up shocking. They end up, helping them, which I thought was cool. They got them to have a great party, and then what was sober, bro. Listen. I'm gonna just say it right now. Between where it's like, oh, are you with the government or are you with the billionaires? I'm with the billionaires all the time. Like, ever since this show started, I'm always team billionaire. Like, everything Axe did is amazing. Everything Prince does is amazing. Because at the end of the day, the billionaires really are better than all these other people. Like, when you a billionaire and stuff like that, like, bro, you have all the money to do about anything. Like, bro, the government got to do this and that and this and that. Bro, it's cool. But listen, I digress. But anyway, they end up going to the party and stuff, and then I guess I forget how Chuck found out about the party, but anyway, Chuck and them find out. They try to come shut it, like they try to come like check it out, like, oh yeah, bring the police in, and they just like playing a game, and it's like so cool, it goes good, and they like, yeah, so it's nothing, we can't arrest anything here, shut anything down because it's just a regular play. Like, it's just so funny how they got over on Chuck, and Chuck was just so salty because he was like, bro, I noticed this is spot, but I like how they got out of that for sure. That was so cool. And then after that, of course, Chuck ended up getting his revenge. And I want to say, how did he get rid of the games? I forgot. It was something. I know it was the lady. The lady had talked about. The lady had talked about something. She talked about how the games wasn't there because it was. I feel like it was some type of PR thing that happened. It was something. Dang, I forget. But basically, if y'all watching this, y'all already know. Or if you're not watching it, you're trying to figure out, I wish I knew. I just can't remember right now. I was supposed to take notes or try to like watch some clips or watch a couple episodes and then like give it back to y'all, but I ain't had the time to do it. But I'm trying to get it while it's kind of still kind of fresh in my head. I kind of already started a new show, so that's why it's a little iffy, right? But yeah. Anyway, the Olympic Games get canceled because of Chuck, which we all know. Okay, Chuck talks about it. Oh, I think what happened was. Oh no, I'm thinking of something else later in the season. But with the Olympic Games, it basically come to an end. Like, they end up going with a different vote, and Prince is Saudi. It's kind of as Saudi as when when Axe ended his thing with when Axe ended his thing with what I think he was supposed to be something, I forget, but whatever that one, season 3 maybe, I don't know. But Axe ended that, and he was so hurt. He was so hurt about it. But basically, Chuck ended that, so now he's super salty about Chuck. Him and Chuck, I think, have a little meeting. And then also, this season is so weird. I am glad though, because I think last season Chuck was kind of more. I don't know. I think he was more like in that one class that he got in the divorce with Wendy. Of course, the beautiful Wendy. Or I don't know the actress who plays her, but she's gorgeous. But yeah, so he wasn't over there in that city, or maybe he was. It's so weird. It's so weird. I wish I was better at this, you guys. I really do. But if you're watching this and you really want me to redo it, just leave a comment, and I swear to God, if you were like, you know what, come back with a review when you have notes written down. I'll be like, all right, I got you. But anyway, the next option in the season is, okay, Olympics is out, but what he brings in is, I think he called it like Mike Bucks. I guess some type of like money. I forget. I don't know the real premise of it. It was just kind of like just money for Mike Bucks, I guess. Mike money, I think that's what he was calling it. But yeah, he ended up getting that, and he ended up starting that play, right? So he start that play. He got to go around get some investors. He talked to the other billionaires and all the other people that you've seen in the show. I honestly could not know their name. The main one that I mainly know is probably um, the one dude from season 5. I always just call him the dude from Kangaroo Jack. If you haven't seen Kangaroo Jack, you should see it. Maybe, I don't know if that movie may get canceled nowadays. I don't know, but it's definitely a great movie. But him and the one little short like treasurer, or used to be treasurer, until he ended up leaving because of some stuff that I guess Chuck had lied to him about or something like that. But he talked to them. They don't end up investing with him, and then what we never thought we would see. Chuck and dang, what's her name? She actually that's my girlfriend for real. Sorry, no, she's not my girlfriend. I just want to put that out there. I think she's beautiful and I like her on the show. I actually do like her character though. But I just can't think of her name. But y'all know who basically Chuck's right hand person is. Like she was her and Chuck been in this like from season 1, bro. I was like, wow, not that she really left Chuck like this. I'm weak. Now I will say I can see it because Chuck is always a procrastinator and he's always I understand why she left, but it was just the fact that she really did leave. Like, man, you could have threatened him with it, but to actually do it, I was like, it was so sad. But she ended up going with Prince, it ain't like she just left and I don't know went to Canada or something and just lived her life over there. She literally went with the whole enemy that they kind of been going against this whole time, right? And then Chuck hears about it. He's super salty, and then this other side story with Wendy that leads up to her making a book. I feel like they was just trying to basically keep her character there because they used her. It was so weird. One thing I do want to say about the show is okay. So you have Wendy. She and this is like the whole series, right? So you have Wendy. She is you have Wendy who is a great person, everything like that. She's super cool, super nice. She gets people momentum up. And then she started going a little dark side here, helping Axe to, I guess, stay afloat because her and Chuck are starting to get a divorce, going back and forth at it. No, first she wasn't in. She was like, I'm not going to be involved. This is my husband, blah, 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 blah. And then her and Chuck finally leave, and then she's all like, yeah, bring Chuck down, right? And I'm like, the switch up, Wendy. What? What? Did you ever care about Chuck or what? Like, what? That was just very unique to see. And then she go from there to saying, you know what? I was going too far down the dark side. I gotta turn myself in for my crimes and all this stuff she did with Taylor to whatever with her family and stuff like that. I'm like, yo. And then she again forgive herself for that. Like, oh, I was going too far down the dark side. I'm so sorry. I'm like, okay. And then after that, she ends up basically admitting her feelings for Axe, and then of course he leaves, and I'm just like, wow, that gotta be the most unique situation ever. But anyway, speaking of Wendy and her side journey, is what we're talking about. Of her going to the Buddhist or Buddha, the place that she goes, and it's little clips of here and there. I was just like, this has nothing to do with the story. And I'm hoping that the writers kind of are like just setting seeds in place because if not, I'm just like kind of like confused on why we needed to see that. Like, I don't know. But they gave her something. Obviously, they had to probably pay the actor or something. But I just feel like Wendy's story was really non-existent. Like, literally. It was like, I guess, until the end. But even the end, it's like, what, technically her little thing happens in, what, a day? It's like within a day. 2 at the max of her dropping off the book. So I was like, okay, anyway. I hope that we see more of her, or she at least has a more make sense role in next season 7. But we'll see. But anyway, yeah, so they get Mike Money started. Prince is basically really trying to work with his girl to try to get her to stay. She basically doesn't stay, or it's some weird thing that they never tell us about. So they have some type of agreement, and it's weird, like, it feel like stuff going on in her head, but you don't know for sure. And then with Prince, he's so busy doing all this other stuff. And one thing I will say about Prince, man, when it comes to multitasking, this dude is a legend. Like, he has time to do this, do that. I'm like, man, this guy, it's a reason he gets the big bucks. I'll tell you that. Like, he definitely earned the money. But he does that. Wags is just trying to kind of stay afloat, but also do his own thing. I think, but not like really. Raps don't do nothing either. Like the whole season really revolved around Prince, Chuck, the new lady who replaced Chuck's right hand lady, and yeah. But of course, let's talk about one of the biggest things of this season was definitely Chuck getting kicked off of his job. I was like, wow, Prince is Prince. Like I said, the billionaires always win, right? And I thought it was so cool how I thought they was gonna flip it on us. Like when Prince went to the old dude who really was gonna go super hard for Chuck. Like, hey, Chuck has been. He was there when my wife passed away. He gave me his gratitude. Like I'm with Chuck for life. Like he was like, I'll never trade on him. This dude Prince do something super slight. He's like, well, you messing up my money. I gotta go against Chuck. I'm like, wow, that's so crazy. How you gonna build that up? Another build up, and then it's just like, what the heck? But then I was like, and then he ended up turning on Chuck like, okay, I'll give you the vote to get Chuck out the office or whatever. And then he does that to get him out the office, and then the fact that they really let him go, they bring him to the thing and say basically, we here to let you go or whatever. I do like how they try to give him a fighting chance, like, okay, say what you want to say. And some people was agreeing, like, I think Chuck should stay here or whatever the case may be, and all this other stuff. And it was just like Prince was really sitting up there, and the fact that the mayor did it, it was like, man, like that gotta hurt. Like that gotta hurt. Like you really was cool with this dude, and he just turning on you, getting you out your office. I was like, wow, that's crazy. But again, I mean, this is Prince getting them back for shutting down the Olympics, so I'm really not mad at him. I'm really not mad at him at all. So he got him out of there. He was there watching, and he was pretty salty. And then he go clean out the office. Him and his boys, they go on a little retreat. Get him out of the funk. And all he can think about is just how to get him back. It's always an eye for an eye in Chuck's world, but or in the Billions world, really. So they go to the resort. He end up finding the dude, little Shaggy, the dude who plays Shaggy or whatever. And it's just the power that he get from what he feel like is saving the day and everything like that. And he gets more ramped to take down Prince, only to, we'll have to see. But basically, that happens. Okay, so Chuck get kicked out of his thing, which I thought was so crazy. And I just thought it was so crazy because the old man, I'm like, bro, he about to. I thought when Chuck was giving his delivery or whatever, I thought the old man was gonna be like, you know what, Chuck, that, like I thought he was gonna be a vote to switch because I'm like, oh man, like he got it, like Chuck got it back. But no, he followed through, which again makes more sense, right? You already kind of agreed. But so he did that, and I do feel like the old man was a little salty. Like I feel like the old man really didn't want Chuck to leave, but it was just like, he had to do what he had to do. So I was like, dang, that gotta be salty. And then again, yeah, it was definitely going through it. And then I just feel like yeah, that was that. And then after that, they get back. Chuck ended up finding out what he gonna do, and he basically he's great. I mean, I feel like it's so weird that his dad just coincidentally. It's so funny that his dad is basically kind of low key a billionaire, but I guess maybe not. But like your dad do have money, but I guess his dad had this whole office he could work out of. He ended up working out the office to come together with his plan to get rid of Prince, and get him out that chair. Like he said at the beginning of, was it this season, last season? I think it was like the last season. But like, yeah, he get him out of there. So he ended up coming up with a plan that works out for, I guess, some type of crypto that he had. But before we get to that, let's just talk about how the girl who works with, dang it, I forget her name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. Oh, Mace, or is it? Yeah, I think her name is, or his. I forgot what it's called. I think it's a pronoun they or something. It's something Mars Capital something. I forgot, but y'all know who I'm talking about, right? The girl who got the Taylor. That's her name. Her name is or their name is Taylor. Sorry, but listen, man. Taylor, and the Taylor employee ends up sleeping with Axe at the party, and it was a party that he also had because he took down. Oh my god. I'm so bad at this. But he took down the person, Chuck. Okay? So he took down Chuck, got him fired, Chuck superstar, whatever. Prince says, alright, we just got Chuck out of the office, let's have a party. So he ended up having a party and everybody has cool, fun times with that. Taylor did try to confess, her feelings for her employee or whatever, and was like, we could go together. She was like, nah, and then she ended up going to Prince, and then, I mean, I wish we could kind of see that little, like, I hope in the next season they give like a flashback on exactly what led to them actually kissing and then eventually taking it to the bedroom or whatever. But if not, I guess we can get the gist of it. And then they do their thing, and that was shocking. I was like, wow, not that she really, really, really slept with Prince. That was crazy. That was crazy. But then, so anyway, that happens and everything. And then was also with her storyline of the employee who slept with Prince. I thought it was so funny in the office scene when they was like, so, like when the rest of the office found out or whatever. It was like, what we gonna? So it was like, so basically we just gonna pay you some money and shut up. Like you just can't talk about this. And it was just so funny because it's just like, this ain't no regular girl. This is the girl that y'all see in the office, kind of, mostly, for the past like what 2 seasons, whatever. So I just thought that was so funny. And then Wax was like, we may get rid of her for good. Like, and they was like, do you mean kill her? Like they was like, yo, we not killing anybody. Like nobody's dying, bro. And like it was just funny because Wax and the other dude, they was like, it's on the table. I was like, oh my god. I was like, bro, y'all gotta chill. Oh my god, like that was just so funny. Like y'all don't understand. I was laughing out loud. I was laughing out loud. When I seen that, I was like, bro, they are too funny for that. Like I was like, no, we'll really like get her off the board. That was just too funny. Even though if this was a different show, that definitely would have probably happened. But I mean, I feel like she didn't give any reason to even seem like. I can see if she was like, oh, I have a lawsuit, but she just found out. They were just trying to get ahead of it. Obviously, because before that happened, basically we found out Prince is basically running for president. So he runs for president because he basically do some type of this to the new to like, I think it was like Chinese, or I don't want to be bad. It was just different foreign people that he was trying to work with, super rich people. And he turned them down or whatever. And then, Wax like, yo, why'd you do this? And he was like, yo, it's time that he knew. And then he said, boom, I'm running for president. And I was like, wow. It honestly makes sense for his character. Like his character seemed like he's that golden boy type of poster boy type of person, right? So president, I wouldn't even shocked by it. Now, if Axe was like, I'm gonna run for president, I'd be like, come on now. Come on, Axe. You're not running for president. But anyway, he ran for president, and honestly, I think it was a unique situation because it does bring that type of billionaire to the more political side, which is so. It's like the things that's battling. It's like how you go against something that you battling, and now you trying to kind of become it. Like I can maybe see you. Oh, we gonna Trojan horse it, but still you still gonna have to play to their rules, right? And Chuck and everybody, this is their realm, you know what I'm saying? So they like, yo, hold up, you're not about to come in our house. You're crazy. We going to get your house. But anyway, he ran for president. That was cool. And then him and her sleep together. Of course, when Taylor find out, they are like super salty. They're like, I know they salty deep in their head. They're like, yeah. So you didn't have sex with me, but you had sex with the boss. Okay, that sucks. But anyway, yeah, that was cool. I thought it was a great season. They wrap it up with, Chuck almost getting he was basically right. It's just I guess they couldn't prove it. But man, Prince was willing to risk $3 billion. I was like, wow, he's crazy. That's crazy. It's a lot of money. And then I thought it was super funny with Chuck getting the little poster to mess up the Mike money thing. He just got that poster outside of his house to like he got the poster out of his house just, announcing his money, how much money he got. And I thought it was so crazy that even though he a billionaire, he couldn't get it removed. Because I was like, bro, you better pay somebody to, I don't know, shoot up the whole poster or something. Get it torn down. Right? Unless it had like 24-hour security or something around it. I'm not sure. But, yeah. And then, him and Chuck go at it, toe for toe. And he end up, using $3 billion. But it gets Chuck locked up. And that's again when we see that that whole bank situation and how Chuck got that crypto thing or whatever, it leads us to seeing just the Axe Bank thing, and I'm like, wow, look at that, that's cool. Just seeing Axe Bank on there was like, the good times. Not saying the season is cool. It's just it's obviously not the same because it's like you just spent so long with the Axe character, and it's like okay, now that he's like it'd be one thing if okay, Axe is in jail. That's why he's gone. I'll be okay with it. But it's like he's just away. Obviously, I mean, he could come back, but then it's still like I would love to see the story on how he come back. I guess he would have to come back with Chuck being able to somehow say, okay, I will erase everything or something like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I did like the part where Wendy and Wags was really just kind of questioning. I think in the scene with him in the bar, it was just like, it's the thing about Axe, which I was just kind of saying. It was like Axe was a monster, but like he knew what it was, and it was more of a public thing. Like you knew, like, oh, Axe is like a wolf, right? He's like a wolf in the wild. Back away. Where Prince is kind of becoming a wolf, but at the same time, he's like a wolf in sheep's clothing. So it's like he's trying to cover up what he is, and I understand what they were talking about. Like at least working for working for Axe, you knew what it was. Like it was like everything's on the table, everything's pure open, right? But with Prince, it's like these secret compartments that you got to pull a book and open up a door that gets you there. Like it's all this other stuff, and I can understand, and I feel like they put that scene in there to maybe show like maybe next season, you know, Wendy and Wags may, they may leave. They may leave the show, or they may do something on their own, which I don't really know what you because you already got what's the name of them Dollar Bill, and then with their own thing. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. But I do hope that Axe coming back. If not, it's a unique thing. I did like the season when Wendy dropped the book about exposing everybody and stuff like that. One, I felt like it couldn't have been that bad, I guess, but I guess reputation is important to those type of people. So it is what it is on that note. And then I am happy that she got rid of the book because I'm like, you see that everybody that you like, everybody has a problem with this book, and it's just like, yeah, I'm gonna keep doing it, and I'm glad she burned it. Like I said, but I still didn't understand the whole Buddhist thing that she had going on because I was like, I mean, well, we seen it in earlier seasons when her and Chuck was married when they was doing the little dominatrix thing. She was just in this situation where, I guess, with Chuck and everything, she been in a situation of power, right? Because like I said, work she gives up power, she gets to go home and get the power back or whatever. But now she was just in a situation where she wanted to just not really have that power, right, at all for real. You know what I'm saying? She was like, "Oh, Chuck, you should be in control or something like that." And Chuck was like, No, I'm in control all the time. I need to not be in control." And it was this whole back and forth. And then like, her going to the Buddhist thing, she just really needs to calm her mind with, I guess, because she don't have Axe anymore. And then her and the painter thing was kind of a weird romance that I feel like happened out of the pure randomness of the air. But yeah, she was doing that and everything. And then I will say I would like to see where her and Wags go next season. Cause just the way they made that sound, it was like they kind of just didn't really want to work for Prince anymore. And then the whole situation of then Prince comes in, takes over for Axe, and then when he announced to be president, he starts the secession with basically having Taylor or the other guy, or they come to, well, first the original plan was one of them two would be it, but then he decided to, and then they decided to work together and just say we'll both just be the leaders, and then it's just like, well, I'm like, okay, who are we? We just working for random people now? Like, I feel like they just gonna have to bounce, and I would hate to see them go. The show won't be the same. I feel like the only person who will probably still be the same is Dave Kim, which Dave Kim is a great character. I'm glad they have him in there. The one dude who's like super annoying, I really don't understand why he's there. Like, I'm sorry, but he's very annoying. Okay, and Sacker is the girl. I couldn't think of her name, but now I can think of her. But Sacker, I hope that she get a bigger role, and I definitely hope she gets closer to her. Her thing of being. I don't know exactly what it is that she want to be, but whatever political politician that she want to be, I hope that she do get to it because I feel like she deserves it, and she's a great person. And yeah, so we ended the season on that. And I'm really excited to see where if season 7 drops, when it will drop, what will happen in season 7. So it's gonna be great. It's gonna be amazing. And I really and then it ended off with Chuck going to jail, and then we think that wow, Chuck is in jail. I was hoping, bro. I was hoping this. I was hoping we see Chuck in jail, and then he's with the dude who used to be his Cohen person. He's with the dude who used to be the Cohen person who he arrested in season 1. So that's who I thought it was gonna be. I thought he was gonna see him, the dude who gave him he was like, oh yeah, he wanna talk to you. And he ended up just punching him in the face or something. I was like, oh, okay. And then, but I thought he was gonna see him in jail. Like I thought we was gonna see Chuck go to jail, and he was gonna see people that he put in there, like the doctor, the other dude, and all those old people that he put in jail. I thought we was gonna see them, but instead he ended up getting free secretly, and I guess he's just gonna work in the sky or whatever, so right in disguise. So I'm super excited to see where that leads, especially like because if Chuck's not in jail, I feel like Wendy would have to know because I don't know, their kids or something like that. So it's like, okay, is this some secret thing where your whole family can't know that you're alive? So his best friend, his dad, all those people, they won't be able to know, or will they know, keep it a secret? I just don't. I can't wait to see how they explore that situation. Like Chuck literally has to stay off the grid and only talk to. I feel like he'll probably trust like that one dude. It's the one like white dude who he always just run errands for and stuff like that. I feel like he'll probably know, and then the new like GA, the girl who took over for him. And I thought she was actually a new addition, a great addition to the show. I actually did like her character, especially when Prince tried to come in there and like strong hand her and everything, and she held her ground. I thought that was cool, but still would have been better with if she would have just joined in with Sacker. So her and Sacker could be like they could have that femaleness, to it. But I don't think her and Sacker even get along that much, which I was like, what a pity. But yeah, that's it. And we excited, of course, as in me and whoever is a fan of the show. We all watching this, super excited for season 7. I just hope that it's amazing, which I know it will be, because literally no season has ever disappointed, except for Axe leaving. I was like, oh no, he's left, no. But he can always come back, so we'll see. And I would definitely say that's it. That's it for this video. So thank you guys for checking out the video. If you guys had a favorite part of season 6, or you want to tell me what your favorite season is, leave it in the comments down below. And also, what do you guys think season 7 will be like? And if this video comes out and you already seen season 7, just leave in the comments that season 7 is better or worse than season 6. That's what I was saying. But that's it for you guys, because this video is super long. I didn't know it was going to be this long, so I'm super sorry. But make sure you like the video, comment the video, subscribe to the Galaxy, and I'll see you on the next tour guide. We talk about reviews. All right, thanks. Adios.